Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play This is the Police. So, today is the 2nd of October, day 80. Beatbusters Dance Studio organizes performance near Corn Monument. Analyst, most contraband passes through dockyard. And beauty contestant breaks leg. Cool, everybody likes us. That's good. I am too tired, I can hardly walk, so can I go home? Yes, we don't need you, exactly. We got a new face here, Har. We bought that new music last time, so let's go with something... not the White Russian. What's this one? Biscuiting, yeah, I like that one. I don't know if it's tinged or tinged, I heard both, so... Okay, so who can we arrest? Drug possession. Okay, we can get Gambino. So that's on Yancy and Tsubaki and the SWAT team. We can do this one. We can do this one. And we can do this one. Wow, we got... Oh, these two are together and this is the other one. Okay, so two of those will be done tomorrow. Anyone on the labor market? No. But we can request everything else. So the poor sod from the Ottawa funeral home will be arrested. Suicide threat in Freeburg. A middle school student locked herself in the chemistry teacher's office and is loudly threatening to mix herself a lethal cocktail and drink it. The teachers are afraid to break down the door and report that the girl has shown unstable behavior in the past. According to one of the girl's classmates, I think someone broke her heart, but I don't know the details. I think that's a job for Purdy and Kochi. Gotcha. Cool. So we close the case. And we can start investigating Federica Lateza. She controls the drug trade. Can we really just... Huh, that's weird. Maybe they're coming back. Tsubaki and Nancy. Now the investigation... Wow, they're all home. And the mole is... okay, theft. We can't... None of these detectives are good enough. Poor girl, man. Drug trafficking. Okay. I think what I can do here now is archive the drug trafficking, reopen it, yeah, and put Mo Armstrong and her on, like that, yeah. Or her, not her. That's a nice man for a guy, her. So where's the dentist, man? Jack, we have something going down today at Pawn Shop at 1639. We wouldn't want any policemen crashing the party. 1639, that's such a weird time. Theft. A saleswoman at a clothing store called to report a theft. A girl exited the dressing room wearing 4 t-shirts and made quicker for the exit. A scan at the store entrance sounded its alarm, but the thief managed to slip through and ran to the street. Okay, Yancy and Simpson. Fraud. A cashier started flirting with a customer, asking her to show him her ID or he wouldn't sell her a bottle of wine. She then called the police, insisting that it must be a fake ID. She just couldn't be 35 years old. I give her 29 tops. That's stupid, but okay. I think that's just a cheesy tactic. But hey, what do we know? She could have a fake ID. Oh wow, they got another thing at 18 o'clock. So theft. Easy. Simpson got extra score from that. She's at 200. Decent. And fraud. Yeah, I thought so. So 1649 and then one at 18. Armed robber at the pawn shop. 3 armed men attempted to rob a pawn shop, but the security system was too much for them. The doors are locked and the assailants are trapped inside. They're threatening to kill the owner unless they're immediately released. I think we're gonna arrest this one. And let the one at 18 o'clock pass, because I don't want them to... This looks like they're gonna kill someone. And we got good relations with Mafia, so I think they can handle one. Several hospital patients have complained that they've lost valuables and money. Yeah, we can let this one slide. Bank of Freeburg. A van approached the bank just as it was closing. 3 masked men jumped out and quickly opened the door and disappeared inside. Witness Betty Davis immediately called the police. She thought the criminals might be armed, but she wasn't sure. Okay, moving day and you. Armed robbery. Good. Yeah, I know, but fuck off. Okay, this is gonna be a weird one to deal with. Public indecency. There's a couple of elderly men sitting on a bench in the park playing strip poker. 5 people already called it to file a complaint. I've never seen anything more disgusting in my life. Thank you, Kazvarga. Okay, so this is more serious than we thought. Let's send you guys to help. And we're gonna send these guys to deal with the indecency. I have a feeling this one will have some options for us. It's gotta be good. Okay, follow Susano and Trevor. Go. All investigations are on the way, right? Yeah, these guys are all at home. And we can hire anyone, yeah. Robbery. Cool. Actually, I wanted... Okay, that's the arrest suspect. Drug position. We have no frames here. And we have no frames here. So these are all new cases.
Looks like we have a situation here.
I said so. One man victoriously jumps to his feet, throws his card down the bench, turns his bare ass towards the playground and shouts, "Ha! I won." Shoot his body from the children's eyes. Grab the suspect's clothing and run. Throw a coat on him and arrest him. Throw a coat on him and arrest him. So drug trafficking. Okay, we got 3 frames. And drug possession, we got 3 frames. That's the clown. Yeah. Okay, so investigations are well underway. Tomorrow we'll have a big decision to do. And that's where this guy is. Philemon Gutierrez loves Chinese food and can always be found at this restaurant. Timothy previously worked as a bouncer at the club. It's unknown whether he can be found there now. Also living here recently. So I will try the Chinese restaurant and then his home address. Okay, let's end the day. Everybody's tired but happy.
Martin, what happened?
We've got him, Jack. We got our guy.
I'm on my way. Well, what's the situation?
Two things. First of all, our guy isn't a guy.
What?
She's over 6 feet tall. She's so strong it took 3 guys to take her down, and she wasn't even putting up a fight. If she had a mind to cause trouble, we would have needed a tank. Second, she's not saying a word. Nothing at all. When we took her down, she was packing her drill in her bag and going out somewhere. The clues in her trailer, they were... Well, there's not a lot of room for doubt. There's a lot of evidence.
I'm going in.
Be careful. I'll bet she could snap those handcuffs if she wanted.
There's no doubt this is the woman who's been killing women across Freeburg. But it's not the dentist sitting in front of me. Either she began killing at the tender age of 4, or someone's playing games with us. A game I don't yet see. But this woman knows more than I do. Shame that her eyes are so empty. She's not going to answer my questions. At least not today. She's finished her bloody job, but she's working for someone else. Not hard to guess who's behind this.
So fast? She say something?
She's not going to tell us anything, Martin. I'm going home. Get a couple more hours sleep. One of the nice things about the world going to hell, everyone's secrets are quickly revealed. Who has time for secrets these days?
Wow. I don't get it. I don't get it. Who was she working for? That's really weird. Street racers stage accident in city center. Segregationist teacher promoted to dean. Oh. And Dressed in Blood film ban in local theaters for excessive cruelty. Okay, Mafia is a bit pissed, but that's fine. We're gonna just have to entertain them in the next couple of days.
Yeah, a box of Caesars.
With that outfit, I could see you coming a mile away, Mr. Boyd.
Ah, Mr. Chaffee. Knowing your love of theatrics, I was afraid you'd keep the mystery surrounding the dentist going for at least another day or two.
What could you mean, Mr. Boyd? Well, it's true. Robespierre does have a passion for mystery and the dramatic. But there's no need to confuse the actor with his character. For you, I'll play the hurried businessman who likes to cut to the chase. That's not quite me either, but though this mask I wear is quite a burden, I have long grown used to it. Besides, I don't want to distract you from your 180-day quest, not for a second longer than necessary. My, is half your time already up? You simply cannot imagine, Mr. Boyd, the painstaking work I've done to cultivate this maniac image. I turn to such literature the likes of which I wish I never knew. If our law enforcement agencies possessed even the slightest aesthetic sense, they would have instantly seen the game for what it was. And the postcards, what can I say?
And if the real dentist turned up again at the wrong moment? I don't imagine lunatics take kindly to imposters.
The dentist died of a heart attack last spring while he was sunbathing on the beach. I discovered this quite by accident, from a university friend, a therapist. It was he who convinced the dentist to stop killing, by the way.
Why the murders? Obviously they'd all been raped by Rogers. It would have been much easier to just get them to talk.
Mr. Boyd, the last thing I want is to appear a brutish butcher. I spent enough time on these women to know they were no use to me alive. Not sure if I should be ashamed to say it, but Stuart Rogers far surpasses me in his ability to intimidate people. Apparently, such things only come with experience. But murder? For that I truly do feel ashamed. It's a burden I shall have to bear for the rest of my days. But sadly, it's not my greatest shame.
What could be more shameful? To frame an innocent woman for such terrible crimes?
What? Are you unhappy with a woman cast as the serial killer? Firstly, I'd say Dear Jordan adds a certain grace to the whole sordid story. And second, of all the people I hold in my debt, she's the strongest. And not just physically. Third, she had good reason to settle her debt with me as quickly as possible. Without going into details, I'll just say that she's a very, very caring mother. Do these taste good? Had we met earlier, Mr. Boyd, I would have shown you a far more refined pleasure, one without such an unpleasant smell.
I'm afraid to even imagine what you count as pleasures, Mr. Chaffee. Fountains of blood in the city square?
Mr. Boyd, you're not listening to me at all. I didn't take any enjoyment from the killings. Everything I've done was of strict necessity. I couldn't make Jordan kill all the women that Rogers raped. That would have been excessive. If I had made her kill them all, you'd be rather upset, no?
I can't say I fully understand your plan, Mr. Chaffee, but you've given me more than enough reasons to arrest you.
Yes, but allow me to counter them with one good reason not to. I think you mentioned you dined here once?
Yes, not the best restaurant in town.
And maybe you're just not familiar with the full range of our services. When I inherited this tasteless place from my father, I knew I could never make it into an exquisite restaurant. Instead, I accentuated the atrocity of it all, an aesthetic of a different kind. Now I even live here. To me, this complex is like a microcosm of Freeburg. But we're not here to talk about that. At school, I read a French novel whose name doesn't need mentioning, and I read many amazing things. It seems that in Paris, just before the Revolution, certain places were quite popular. People of wealth and taste visited from the city, shed their luxurious coats, peeled off their white gloves, and with the help of the local farmer, they brutally stabbed a hole in a bull and decorated themselves with the splattering blood as they prepared a large piece of meat for the fire. In the bull's suffering, these effeminate aristocrats found a perverse sort of pleasure. Now I make these pleasures available to the people of Freeburg. I will be honest with you. People who pursue such cruelty truly are crazy. But what is interesting? The best steaks are cut from the tender meat of young bulls. 11 months is just right, beautiful, healthy, full of strength. But these wealthy degenerates who pay $7,000, so our experts will show them where to plunge the blade for maximum effect. Even they don't have the spirit to slaughter the young bull. The thought never enters their minds. They look into the eyes of the healthy animal, bursting with energy, and they quickly shuffle past. As if by instinct, they are drawn to the old, weary, fading bulls. And then, with terrible smiles on their faces, they chew through tough steaks that taste of burning rubber. They feel that they're doing something real with their own hands, a sort of natural selection, as if they're agents in the natural process. But nature also teaches us that the old beast, unable to fend off any threat, might yet survive if it cowers in a dark corner and pretends it doesn't exist. Then, perhaps, the young predator will pass. Mr. Scott will drive you back. I'm late for an appointment. Mr. Boyd, you won't believe it, but the person I just got off the phone with was talking about you.
Seems like I'm pretty popular these days.
By the way, Mr. Boyd, I've got to ask, why $500,000?
Go fuck yourself, Troy Starr.
Okay, I honestly chuckled at the "go fuck yourself" Troy Star, but other than that, Robespierre is a fucking psychopath. Jesus Christ. So he was behind this all, my god. Mr. Boyd, we congratulate you on the most high-profile arrest of your career. Today you are truly a hero of Freeburg. Thank you. There's no need for such grand words. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. There's no need for such grand words. I was just doing my job. How did you manage to track down the dentist? The whole department tracked him down. I'm a brilliant detective. Mayor Rogers helped. The whole department tracked him down. My staff and I coordinated the work and we neutralized the madman. Are you surprised the dentist was a woman? No. I've been in the service so long that nothing surprises me. How do you comment on rumors about the relationship between Mayor Rogers and all 5 of the dentist Freeburg victims? Complete nonsense, I am concerned. No comment. I have nothing to say. Thank you. So how are we doing? Okay, Mafia is okay, police station is okay. Freeburg boxer caught in doping scandal. Jack Boyd, every cop in Freeburg arrested the dentist. Famous DJ plays roof of Atticus Tower. So hey, everyone's at the work. Good. Hey, and we got new things in the catalog. What's new? Cello Sonata by Chopin, definitely. The dentist is behind bars. We got 175,000 for that. Awesome. Okay, now, yeah, she's at home. Salary, 879 bucks. Yeah. Poor Detective Tsangor. Poor Detective Coleman. Poor Policeman Odin. Jesus Christ, this is... We can hire one more detective. Hey, okay. So we got someone. Okay, one more officer. So we can hire these 2 cops. Okay, one for each. So let's hire the better one for Shift B and hire the a bit worse for Shift A. And we're gonna hire Chaucer Newberry. He's very tired, but he's gonna be a good addition to Shift A. Maybe we'll fire him later. And let's hire Jack Rositsky for Shift A. And we're gonna raise. Breaking and entering. Hello, is this the police? It's Dolores Parks. Someone is in my house. I hear footsteps coming from downstairs. My husband is on a business trip and won't be home for another hour. Please come right now. I know it must be some terrorist who's going to rob and rape me. I locked myself in my room, but the door won't stop the beast. I don't think that's a real thing. But just in case, Yancey, Percy, and Simpson go. And let's check out the investigation. We should have a couple of free officers now. Homicide. No, we just got Kudu. Really? Drug possession. You guys are all at home, and Kudu is in today. Okay, I think we're gonna... Let's reopen the theft. I want to get rid of that one. Wow, I can't believe he got so much money from that. Unlawful assembly. A crowd has gathered on the steps of the city hall demanding that city officials legalize euthanasia. The protesters are chanting, "My life, my death, my choice." People brought homemade signs and the protest is proceeding peacefully. Purdy, Kochi, Go, take Asano, Trevor, and Austin. Mr. Parks returned from his business trip an hour early. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking. Suspicious individual in the library. Librarian Rolando Boone reported that a young man came in looking for books on chemistry and monographs on explosive substances. Many of these books he requested are prohibited. The guy looks scary. You know what? We're gonna check it out. It's very close. An unlawful assembly. Cool. So our worst guy is now Simpson with 210. I'm gonna make her into 220 today. Nancy, Percy, Simpson. Oh wow, he really is weird. As soon as the suspect sees the police, he pulls out a huge knife from his bag and rushes towards the librarian, shouting, "You call the pigs?" Attack him with a nightstick. And Sean Cottrell, office building. Chief Boyd, I represent the interest of a private military corporation which is hoping to attract a significant investment from your city. We are preparing an investor presentation and we'd like to demonstrate the inadequacy of police training in matters of public safety. Please understand this is just business and we can all win here. Give us a couple of hours with your weakest and laziest guys, and my kids will look like gladiators next to them. I promise you the company will remain in your debt. I actually don't like that. I really don't like that. I know we're probably gonna get a lot of money for private military corporation. Yeah, fuck that. I'm not interested. Suspicious individual. Parishioner Mana Bush, while she was on her way to church, encountered a group of incredibly strange teenagers. They were running around in weird costumes, fighting with sticks and talking like robots. Yeah, I think this is just, some kids playing, but whatever. I'm interested in, joining in, but I don't want to lose anyone, and that would be so demeaning. Yeah, members of the science fiction club. I mean, if they could we hire... Homicide. Gladys Shell was enraged about some comment that her colleague Matthew Tolan made, so she grabbed a stapler and began to beat him over the head with it. Then Miss Schnell yelled loudly and lashed out at the secretary. "She's having a nervous breakdown, please hurry," said the suspect's boss, who phoned the incident in. Do we really need a SWAT team? Yeah, I'm gonna let this pass. I don't think that's a good idea. Robbery. The elderly Cornella Davis called up in a fit of hysterics. "Come over quick, I've been robbed. This is where the bastard stole a treasure." And the other one is drug trafficking. An anonymous tip just came in. A large shipment of Colombian coffee is being unloaded and they're shipping herring inside the bags of beans. There's only a few guards watching them unload the shipment, so if the police roll up, they might just give up without a fight. And I just sent my SWAT team out. Great job, me. I think this is a fake call. But I think this one is serious. Yeah, no one's coming back soon. So let's send you here. And you guys here. Office building. The woman grabbed the second stapler in her hands. These staplers look like deadly weapons. The only woman I saw it blow to the jaw. Yeah, there was no reason to send a SWAT in there. Jesus Christ, I'm done. Can rust this baby. We send out our detectives. We did all of them. Noise complaint. In the suburbs, a respectable sounding man with a sleepy voice called in, complaining that fireworks are being set off right next to his house. They look like bombs, but they have huge bags filled with all sorts of firecrackers. And destruction of property. Patricia Buckworth says 10 or so people came onto her farm with some strange equipment. They wandered around with their gear for a while, then stopped and began to dig a huge pit. Her husband didn't approve of people rummaging around on his property, but his attempt to investigate ended in a fight. The farmer was badly beaten. Yeah, Cornell Davis was quarreling with her mother, although the boy climbed into the fountain and took out a few coins. I made that wish. Okay, so this is really serious. Let's refuse and hope that they will make it. Oh, they did. Awesome. And we found cocaine. Okay, so there are 6 here, and this is a noise complaint. So I'm going to send Kochi. Kochi and Yancey here. I don't think we can get more people here. Let's. That's gonna be rough, but hopefully they might make it. If they call for reinforcements, we will send them. So drug trafficking. Okay, the investigation is pursuing nicely. Drug possession. Awesome, pursuing nicely as well. And the theft, we got a new frame. Huh. Okay, let's check out the big ones. Drug possession. So drugs are brought into the orphanage once a week in a bright colored van. A made-up clown sits behind the wheel. Entryway. The gates of orphanage vans are normally closed. Okay, they open right before the van arrives. The clown and some other workers. Illegal drugs are hidden underneath. Packaging. Teenage boys are forced to package drugs under the clown's supervision. Okay. The clown and some other workers carry in boxes of clothes, food and toys, and books. Packaged drugs ready for street sale are stored in backpacks in the basement. Wow! Okay. There are 3 drunk men on the street lighting fireworks and throwing them about. When they see the police, one of them pulls out a firework that looks like a dynamite and sets fire to the fuse. Aim at the man with the taser. The man throws the explosive to one of his friends. The wick has burned halfway through. Taser the man with the explosive and quickly extinguish the fuse. Wow, they made it! Awesome! Okay, drug possession. David Vasquez loves his mother and visits her regularly or makes the enjoy relaxing out of both after a hard day's work. Okay, let's go with the mother. And the other investigation, what was that? Drug trafficking. Details. Federica Laterza personally oversees every incoming delivery at the port. She doesn't go anywhere without 2 bodyguards. Okay, that's this one. Cargo delivery. A large cargo ship arrives from Colombia every 2 weeks. It carries lots of interesting things, including boxes of drugs. Federica boards the ship and pays the captain for his service. The urns filled with drugs are locked in a large yellow cargo container. It gets unloaded first. The urns are packed in boxes and are shipped by truck to Ottawa Funeral Home. God damn it, we are good. Okay, but we don't have the SWAT team here, so I don't think we can arrest her without that. Yeah, so let's just see if we chose a right place. Otherwise, we're gonna be very busy next couple of days arresting criminals left and right. Wrong place. Fuck. Well, okay, that was fun. We solved so many cases now, we just need to arrest the people, which is gonna be pretty interesting to do. So we're gonna do that next time. So thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time with more This is the Police.